Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dravinwho Games 8-Bit of Fun, The Return, Episode 2. That's not too long at all. Yeah, heck yeah, Gage, that's right. Today we have my co-host here, Gage, and I don't know where the other... we never had another co-host, right? So,
No,
it's not like...
we had guests.
It's not like that other guy just disappeared or anything like the last guy, but it's fine. He's probably not dead. So anyway, we're gonna get right into the news. I hate myself now. So game updates. That's what we did last time for the first segment. So that's the first segment again. So first off, I'm gonna be discussing the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Scarif update. Gage, do you play this game at all?
Never played it.
See, that's a real shame because
Never laid my hands on it.
before Joey, see, Joey can't record with us tonight. See, he also played it, so I was like, I can have some good back and forth there. But instead, it's basically gonna be me reading the list to you guys. So
But
pretty
I'm a
exciting
failure.
content to start us off with. So Star Wars Battlefront 2, it gets a Scarif update. It adds the Scarif map from Rogue One, so it looks pretty cool. The Supremacy game mode, which I'm sure all of our listeners out there know that one. It's the only one you can basically join because it's the only one that really has a player base anymore. But they're adding the Age of Rebellion, which is basically the stuff from the movies people care about, which is the original trilogy. So I'm not sure why that wasn't already a thing, but it's there now. And apparently you'll have the option on some of them to play as a starfighter instead of a person. So that's pretty cool. There's some new skins, some new single player missions, and apparently it's the last update to the game that we'll ever get. So pretty
Wow,
cool stuff.
sad.
It
Maybe
went
I'll
out.
finally get it.
It went out with a bang. It's definitely worth it. I picked it up for like $10, $20, something from
Wait,
GameStop.
what systems is it on?
PS4, Xbox One, PC.
Cool.
It's
PC.
I got it on PS4. It's a lot of fun. It looks like visually it's amazing. And apparently when it launched it wasn't, all that great, but now it's pretty good. Like I've had a blast with it. I played quite a bit of it. And it's not like too difficult to get into if a beginner. Like sometimes if you get on a shooter like late in its life like this, you'll just instantly die every time you get put into a match, but it
Always
seems pretty
fun.
balanced so I don't instantly die every time I get on. So that's pretty cool. In the script here, I have written in very nice terms here. I think there was a Call of Duty thing. Sadly, our Call of Duty guy is not on today, but I think there was a Modern Warfare update. But don't quote me on that. Luigi's Mansion 3 gets DLC. I didn't really look into this all that much, but it has DLC now. I didn't pay for it because I don't have money. And that's why I'm currently working at a garden center to make money so I can eventually buy useless things like Luigi's Mansion 3 DLC again. But as of right now, I have no way of saying if that's any good or even what it is. So, yeah. Um, Gage, do you have anything to comment on Luigi's Mansion 3 DLC?
I just now got into the game not too long ago,
Mm-hmm.
so no. I didn't really know it was coming out.
Yeah, it seems like some of the most pointless DLC ever. I'm pretty sure it adds just
What's
like
in bad?
multiplayer stuff. Like it adds like some costumes and some new game modes. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
and I think there was some concept art revealed that was pretty
Some
cool or
new
something.
maps,
Yeah, something like that. But
map
I
skins.
haven't even
Oh, it's
beat
just a
this.
part one.
Yeah, I haven't even beaten the main story in the game yet. Even though I got it the day it launched. But what I played of it was pretty fun, and the game looks amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I just probably won't buy the DLC because, I mean, let's be real, the multiplayer isn't very useful right now. And I can't just be like to my five
Wait, is it
friends. I can't
local?
just be like. I think some of it's local and some of it's online. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But
I haven't touched it.
yeah, but it was fun. So I recommend the game if you haven't played it. But I don't know about the DLC because I don't know. Next up, we have our next topic here: new games slash release date update. Because with all of these uncertain times, the release dates get changed all the time. But the first thing we're going to talk about is a new game. So the release date isn't an update; it just got announced. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the next Assassin's Creed game that they release every year, and this time it has Vikings in it. Um, They got
I
it.
saw that.
So it got a reveal, and then it got a trailer today, and the trailer is just a cinematic of Vikings doing Viking things. So for
No
me,
gameplay,
a
like normal.
yeah, there's no gameplay, and I think let me go on here to my official news site, IGN's Instagram, and I believe they put up a slideshow of like what's kind of like in the what was in like what a dude talked about later after the thing was over. So let me see here. So there's gonna be you'll play as a guy named Ivor. You can be male or female, and you're leading your people out of Norway and into the kingdoms of England. You can customize them. You'll be in 9th century Europe. There'll be like settlement sort of thing where like your town can build up over time. You can war, all that good stuff. Oh, there's gonna be naval combat again, like sort of in Black Flag, but probably more boring because it's Vikings. Um, and all that fun stuff that you'd expect in your yearly Assassin's Creed game.
I've
Now, speaking,
never played one really. I played a little bit of the first one, but that's about it. I don't really
um,
like the gameplay, but I know that it's like very historically accurate, I guess.
huh,
That's what
I
I've
don't
heard
know.
from a few
I've
friends.
I've owned like a ton of these games, and I've only really played the most I've played of is probably I got the Black Flag and Rogue set on Switch, and it's Black Flag is really fun. I used to play it on my way to show choir competitions. Joey, typically, see again, it'd be really nice if he was on here today. But I understand why. But like he was the one that introduced me to the game, and because I saw it on his Switch, and I was like, ooh, pretty. And so,
Hey.
so I went ahead and bought it as one does, with the very dwindling supply of money that I had, and it was a lot of freaking fun. I'm so glad that he introduced the game to me because like, it was a lot of fun, and then I probably played a few hours of that. I got distracted by something else. I don't know what it was at the time. Um, and I just kind of stopped playing it. I'd love to go back though. I probably will. It looked great on the Switch, but and I also owned Assassin's Creed 3 on the Switch. I only played like 5 minutes of it because it wasn't that great. From what I've heard, that's the general consensus of most people who have played Assassin's Creed is that Assassin's Creed 3 isn't that great. And then I own Odyssey. It's right here on my shelf. I mean, you can't see me pointing to it because I don't have like a webcam on or anything. So I don't know why I did that. But Odyssey, I've heard again
Nice
from
job.
Joey that it's a really good game, and it looks really nice. So one day I'll get around to playing it. And I think I own like a weird, yeah, it's over there, a PSP spinoff. So never played that one. I just bought it at like a garage sale for like $2.
Nice.
So yeah, I own like a ton of them. I've only really ever played one of them though, and Black Flag is great, so that's cool. Oh, I also own because with this microphone that I'm recording on now, I got Assassin's Creed Origins for free, which again I played for about 5 minutes and then put away and never touched again. So anyway, after that Assassin's Creed rant, we're moving on to the next release date update, which we're gonna skip ahead here from the script Gage because speaking of games that come out every year, WWE 2K21 is canceled. It's not coming out this year, which I know.
Oh
I
no.
know. Me and Gage are huge WWE fans. You know, we're all about the sport and things.
Yeah,
And
wrestling and
yeah, like
fighting,
some grown men
manly
dressing up
stuff,
in like underwear and then beating the
tights.
crap out of each other. We love that. So, to see that our favorite video game franchise that
Don't
comes
put us
out
on any
every year
list.
for the rest of our lives has been canceled this year, for 2021, even though it's 2020. And it's a real shame considering the last ones were completely broken, buggy messes, so it'll be sad to see it go. But I think they're releasing another WWE game, so it's not really all that heartbreaking. Anyway, so I'm sorry to you WWE fans out there, which I doubt is anybody listening to this, considering most of my fan base is probably just my random friends and people that like Nintendo, because that's what this channel used to be about. So next we're going to talk about even more non-Nintendo related things. We have I'm just going to go quickly through these because they're just things that got release date updates. The Destroy All Humans remake will release on July 28th on PC, Xbox, PS4, and Google Stadia. Woo! And then Ghost of
Is that all
Tsushima.
to say about Google Stadia?
And Ghost of Tsushima releases on July 17th. The Last of Us 2 is now releasing on June 19th. I know that was a pretty big upset, is that game got delayed, but it's coming relatively soon. So anyway, so we were talking about The Last of Us 2, which will now release on June 19th. Yeah. And now we move on to Levelhead, which releases today, the time of this recording, which is Thursday, but you guys will see it, will listen to it, Saturday. So it'll have been out for a couple days now. Levelhead is basically a Mario Maker clone. It released today, and I want to buy it. It's only $20, and it looks pretty fun, so I'm interested in it.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I thought
And
it would just be like a side scroller. I didn't know it was gonna be a maker.
yeah, it's a Maker game, because I remember it was announced before Mario Maker 2. And I was like, oh, heck yeah. And then Mario Maker 2 came out, and then I didn't care about it anymore. But I'm
Now it's
excited.
out
I'm excited again.
No.
So
Now you care once again?
I care once again, and since I got a job now, I have the money to buy it again.
I'll wait for the reviews to come out to see what people think of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get it if it's bad.
Yeah.
There's a chance, but
You'll probably hear it from me first.
okay.
And then somebody wrote Tintin video game. That wasn't me. Was that you, Gage?
No.
So that was Joey. So we won't be discussing the Tintin video game because I don't know. I saw it, I think, once on the IG and Instagram, which is again our number one source of information. And but I don't know anything about it, so we're gonna skip right over that.
How old is that movie?
Yes. And
wait, this thing was on the Wii.
Right, no, but there's a new one. There was rumor that they're making a new Tintin video game for some reason.
Oh, there's rumors, even though that movie came out forever ago.
Exactly, and it's based on a cartoon from like the 30s.
Yes.
So yes, we're moving on. So PS Plus may line up. Gage, I know, as a PlayStation owner yourself, that you must be very excited for Cities Skylines and freaking Farming Simulator 2019.
Yes, a PlayStation 3
Yes,
owner.
Exactly.
I am so excited for it.
Now, personally, I'm freaking thrilled for this. Cities Skylines, a game I already own on PC and runs much better on PC. I can get it for free. And now Farming Simulator 19, a game that I've never, ever, ever, not once had the urge to play. I can now play for free.
Well,
so
that's pretty nice.
I'm pretty excited.
Farming Simulator isn't too bad.
I'm assuming Sony was like, what can we give them that will just kill the most time possible while they're stuck in quarantine? And they gave us this. I'm highly disappointed.
Probably. Hey, Farming Simulator ain't too bad.
Sure. So,
Try it out.
So, moving on, next gen news. We only really have one thing. The Xbox Series X, and it's pretty much bullcrap too. Xbox Series X controller has something called dynamic latency input, which will lower input lag, and I can't remember what his name is, but the Xbox guy, you know him. He said that the difference will be as significant as the move from 2D to 3D, which is complete and utter marketing bullcrap. But it's okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
agreed.
But yeah, so basically the controller would lag less, which wasn't really an issue ever, I don't think, to anybody currently, but they're gonna fix it, so don't you worry.
Yeah, they're gonna fix a problem that doesn't exist. That's
exactly. Great. Oh yeah, and I meant to throw this in with the Assassin's Creed Valhalla thing, but that is releasing on current gen as well as next gen consoles, so get yourselves prepared. And we're getting into the final segment of today's show. So we have other stuff, as I have so greatly named it. So we have the Nintendo ID hack that happened. Maybe it was last week. I'm not really sure. But Joey recommended this to me.
Last week and the week before that.
But we forgot to mention it. So I believe it was 160,000 Nintendo accounts were hacked. I'm not really sure the extent of damage that this caused. I didn't look into it because at the time I was just lazy. And I meant to watch it before recording this, but I forgot. So, but yeah, there was a Nintendo hack, and 168,000 accounts were, affected. So that's definitely not good, but 2020 is a year famous for that. So, yeah. What do you,
Nintendo kind of just came out and was like, put two-step verification on your account, and what else
oh,
did
so
they say?
that's why my
Don't
Switch
keep your
prompted me to do that, and I didn't do that.
yeah. Perfect. I love how you didn't think about it at all. Like, nope.
I was
And
like,
they
I
also,
two-step verification. What's that? I don't want it.
and they also said like not to keep your PayPal linked up since that's how like what they were taking money through.
Oh, I don't have a
So,
PayPal anyway, so that's good. They
cool,
can
so
just
you're
steal my credit
safe.
card information.
My PayPal has nothing on it, so they can steal nothing.
$0.
Yeah. Actually, wait, I have 12 cents on there. Oh
Cool,
no.
free. So what's that thing about an NCAA football game is denied? I'm assuming that was the Joey thing as well.
Definitely.
Because neither of us do the sports. So we're gonna delete
Not a
that.
sports game.
That was never in the script. I don't know why it was there to begin with.
And game suggestions.
So game recommendations. That's right.
Well,
This week I forgot to
recommendations.
prepare a game recommendation. Um,
You
so
don't have one?
we
I
see.
have one.
You go ahead and recommend yours. I'm gonna pull out my Nintendo Switch as you tell our lovely audience here.
Okay. So I've been getting into Limbo because I got it for free on the Epic Games launcher forever ago.
Oh heck yeah!
If you don't have the Epic Games launcher, I would suggest getting it for those free games.
Exactly, it gives you free stuff. I'm glad you reminded me because I haven't been on there in forever, so I've probably missed out on some good stuff.
I get on it every week now since I have nothing more to do with my life.
That's true.
But Limbo is
Thanks,
a really good
DeWine.
puzzle game. 2D platformer puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
It has actually kind of jump scared me a few times, which I kind of didn't expect. Which I don't even know. I haven't defeated it. I haven't gotten through all of it yet. I'm pretty far. But like the story so far, it's kind of hard to follow since you have to just put it together yourself. It's like, what is even happening? Why is this? But yeah, that's about all I have to say about it.
Alright, sorry if you heard that notification there. Anyway, my game recommendation is Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, a game that I bought when it was $5 on the eShop for sale. I had played the demo before. I don't watch anime, so I'm not really sure why I bought this game. Except that I have played Persona 4. It was the one on the PS Vita. I played it, and it was quite a bit of fun. And it has the characters specifically from that Persona, not Persona 5. So all you Joker Smash Bros. Fans, sorry. But you get Persona 4 characters, and I believe it crossed over with Ruby and 2 other franchises. I have no idea. Well, one of them's Blaze Blue. But I have no idea what the 4th franchise anime thing it crosses over with. But I think this shows the testament of the game is that it looks really good. There's so much character there. And like the characters interact. It's a lot of fun. The backgrounds look really good. The entire game looks good. The fighting is super fun. It reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is by far one of my favorite fighting games of all time. And that you can like tag team and stuff, and it's just like super flashy moves, and it's just overall pretty good game, especially for the $5 I got it at. I'm not really sure what it is. I believe it's like $20 normally. So you know,
$5 though.
yeah, you can't beat that price that it was originally. But you know, what can you do? But that's my recommendation. It's good if you want to get it if it's on sale again. But I do have an anti-recommendation, and that would be Rad. It's not Rad. I haven't actually played it. I bought it for $7 because I thought it looked good, and then I opened up the game to be completely misled by the screenshots because the game is pixelated garbage, and doesn't look anything like the nice HD pictures they put on. So I feel really ripped off. It was the first time I've ever looked up the Nintendo Switch return policy, which is that you can't. And yeah.
Oh. Wow, at least Steam is nice about it.
Yeah, I played the game for probably less than a minute, and then it wouldn't let me return it. So
Really?
that's
Wait,
pretty.
what did it say? What did they say?
Well, I googled it, and it said that there's no return policy, that they just won't take anything back. So, right
That
on.
sucks. At least Steam has like a pretty decent
Yeah.
way to get your money back. You may have to wait like 24 hours, but that's fine.
Yeah, so that's my game recommendation. Anything else you want to add, Gage, before we sign off?
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Well, I mean, you're not watching this because it's a podcast. Thank you all for listening to this week's episode of 8-Bit of Fun. I've been your host, Dravinwho, and this has been your other host, Gage. And
Yeah.
we're going to sign off. So see you all in the next one. Remember to like and subscribe. I think I already said that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.